Hello YouTube, this is Clay Cass, and today I'm going to make some homemade gesso. Gesso can be kind of expensive. I bought me a a jar of black gesso, and I think I maybe paid maybe $6-7 for this. But if you get in the habit of using gesso, it can be a little expensive. I had made some homemade gesso with some baby powder and some glue and water, and that's kind of white. And I decided, when I saw Shimmy Dixon's video on how to make clear gesso, I thought, well, I want to make some clear gesso, you know, because maybe I don't always want to cover up the page, but I want the page to react better because it's had gesso on it. And so I thought, it'd be nice to make my own homemade clear gesso. So with Shamice's recipe, and I think she got her recipe from, I think her name is the Pink Poodle, and in her recipe it says you need a half a cup of glue. Well, while I was down at my favorite store, I didn't realize that I needed to buy me some more glue. And so I didn't have a lot of glue. Excuse me, not a half a cup. You needed a whole cup, 1 cup of glue, 1/4 cup of water, and 4 teaspoons of this powdered marble. I didn't have enough glue, and I didn't realize when I was in the store that I needed to buy some PVA glue. I found some in the house. I had some Aleene's original tacky glue, and I also found some of this other glue here, and it didn't say that it was it just says it sticks all kinds of things together, and it's not water based. Everything else I had was washable, so I figure that's a PVA glue. If not, it may not work, but we'll see. We'll try. I've got a big bag of this, and it's gonna last for a long time, 4 pounds, and I only need, if I make a cup of glue, if I make a cup of gesso, I only need 4 teaspoons, but I'm gonna make a half a cup because I only have a half cup. So it's gonna last me a long time. Long time. And so I want to open this bag up. I'm going to probably go off camera a little bit because this is a big bag and I only have a small space, and I'm working kind of with a big jar for the amount of glue I have. And it says, because this is 1/8 of a cup of water, so I only need 2 teaspoons, and I need to figure out which is the teaspoons. Here is my teaspoon. I need 2 teaspoons of this stuff, and it says, okay, 2 teaspoons. And you know what? I probably should have just poured a little extra of this out. I could always put it back in the bag in order to measure out my 2 teaspoons. So I'm going to pour out some extra and then get better at making the proper amount. Excuse me, I'm going to fasten this back up because I certainly don't want this powder to spill all over my room here, because I'd be cleaning up powder forever and a day. So okay, it calls for 2 teaspoons. So I've got here definitely more than 2 teaspoons. And I'm not going to measure it like I was baking a cake. I'm just going to make sure I got my 2 teaspoons down there in the water. Shaking it up some. Up. And here is my glue. And I gotta probably make a little mess here because I don't want to waste that glue, and I don't have a little spatula handy, so I guess I'll use the one I have called a finger. Ha ha ha. All right. I hope I'm not off camera there. Okay. Let's see. I don't even know where my baby wipes are. So, I'm gonna shake this up. And hopefully get my little concoction of, I'll move those off, concoction of clear gesso. This paper that I have here was painted with watercolor crayons, the Neo 2 crayons, and I know when they get wet again that they tend to run. So hopefully with the clear gesso, maybe they won't run, maybe they will run, who knows, we'll see. I'm gonna try it out some. Okay, let's see. I think it looks like it's all mixed up. Ooh. So I've applied my little clear gesso there. Wow, it's not running though. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Oh, this is nice. My finger was dirty, so I'm messing up my brush, but that's okay. Handle, I'll clean it later. This is kind of nice that this, now there, whatever was there, this was some kind, oh, that's that little bird right there was stamped on using the distress ink, so that reacted, but the Neo crayons, the Neo 2 crayons, seem to be not reacting, not moving with the gesso. Okay, so that's nice. I've got half of this done. I'm gonna set it aside over there, out of my way. And let's see what happens here. Based on the feel, yeah, this here has, oh, but nope, I put something on that, so that's no good. Based on the feel of this paper, I know that this has got, there is a little bit of, I think where the gold is showing, I don't know if you can see the shimmer of the gold. That's definitely acrylic. I think this might be acrylic, but the yellow and the orange again is those Neo crayons. So let's see. And you know what? Let's see what happens if I pour a big glob out and try to do the whole page real quick. What happens? Oh. So let's see, it's spreading nice. So I may need to pull out. Yeah, I got a little too much here, a little more than what was needed. So maybe, but that's kind of nice. Whoa, I'm in business with my clear gesso. Here again, this page, I'm going to try to take some of this wetness off of this other sheet, and then I might try to use my heat gun. This is nice to know that I can make clear gesso. Okay, I was just trying to take some of that wetness off to see. Okay, let me dry. Well, this is almost dry, so it won't take me so long to dry that. I'll stick that in my water. reach down here and grab out my heat gun. Okay, let's see, that's dry, and as I was drawing that, I was thinking, well, technically, once you have your gesso, normally, or I shouldn't say normally, most people use the gesso to prime a page, and I just happen to want to prime this page after I put some color already on it, and a color that I knew that would move. And where I didn't gesso the paint, let's see, I feel a slight difference. I don't know if you could hear a difference. Let's see, this is scratchier because I didn't put gesso on top of this. So this is the Neo paint, the Neo colors, watercolor, without any gesso on it, and it feels the way it normally feels. It's kind of scratchy. It leaves a pasty feel. But over here where I put the gesso down, it feels nice and smooth. Let's see what happens if I take here is a prism color marker. Now over here is where I put some gesso. I don't know, over here it looks as though the color seeped into the paper more, whereas here the color seems to be sitting on top of the paper. See, like right here you can tell it kind of, the colors kind of seeped into the paper, whereas over here the color glided on top. I'm gonna say this, that I am truly excited about my clear gesso. I'm gonna go buy myself a bigger bottle of inexpensive PVA glue so that I can make me some more gesso. So I could maybe even fill this jar and use it in all the different books and things that I sometimes say, oh, it'd be nice if I had some gesso, but sometimes I'm like trying to crunch my dollars because I am a craftaholic and I tend to buy, and I have to stop buying. So I'm going to say toodaloo, good night. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and keep coming back and checking to see what Clay Kayass, will be coming up with. Thank you. Good night.